To many, it may seem summer has just started, so it's hard to believe that the start of school is just about here. In advance for the first day of school, the MTA has been quite busy putting all the pieces together to make the trip back to school a good and safe one for regional students. Joining us with a look at what the MTA is doing to make it all possible is Stacy Harley, MTA School Service Coordinator. Hi, Stacy.
Hi.
Welcome to MTA Commuter Connections. It's the most wonderful time of the year. That's what all the parents are saying. At least that's what I'm saying. So tell me, when does school begin for the students who use MTA service?
School begins Monday, August the 27th.
Yippee!
Yay.
We're all celebrating. I know all the bus operators are excited. So how many students is MTA responsible for transporting to school every day?
It's approximately 34,000.
34,000 students use our service.
Yes.
That's a monumental undertaking.
Yes.
And so when all these students are getting on our system every day, what are you all doing? What's going on behind the scenes to get MTA prepared to go out and take these students to school?
Basically, what we do is a team effort. Everybody
Okay.
has a part. MTA throughout, from the operators to scheduling
Wow.
to planning, everyone has a part in preparing the service for the school kids.
So there are many different pieces. So you all start, I would assume, are there meetings going on with the school system? How soon do you all
yes.
start meeting with them?
Actually, we meet throughout the year. It's
Okay.
you never stop. You constantly keep planning stuff and picking up data, collecting data so that you'll have the information ready for the following school year.
And so you all rely heavily on things like when the first school bell is going to ring. So they tell you, what kind of information does Baltimore City Schools give you so that we know what to do and plan with our operators?
They give us a eligibility list,
Okay.
which means it's throughout the system, all the schools, and it tells how many students in that school will be
Okay.
using our service. They also give us the actual bell times.
Okay.
So then we take that information and we give it to scheduling, and they plan the routes and
And all the other elements that go into it.
Right.
Well, one of the things that's quite interesting that and a lot of people have to understand this, we're not quote unquote providing school bus service. We're just planning routes that incorporate the schools in the route.
Yes.
So that's an important
Yes.
distinction because by law, we can't quote unquote provide
Provide
school bus service, but we make sure that our routes are I guess configured to accommodate the influx of students that are coming in there. Now, what area school system are you primarily responsible for providing transportation for?
we're primarily responsible for Baltimore City.
Okay, so it's Baltimore City School. And how many people does it take to pull together this kind of service? I mean, so you're talking about operators, supervisors,
Yes.
service planners. That sounds like a lot of people.
It takes a teamwork, like I stated before, teamwork. Everyone is involved.
And
Everyone
even
has a
MTA
part.
police.
Yes.
Because we need a security aspect of making sure that, you have all these different schools coming together at different areas, at transit points and destinations.
That's true.
Now, how early does the MTA school transportation begin in the morning? Because that's a big issue. How early do I send my child, because I got some I'm going to send out there, to the bus stop? How early can I expect to have some service?
6 a.m.
6
until
a.m.?
8 p.m. Yes.
So I can get them up at 5 and give them breakfast and say, get on out there, go
Yes.
live long and prosper.
Yes.
Okay, so the first buses start rolling out, so we get those kids at 6 a.m. And how late can students ride the system?
They can ride up until 8 p.m. because a lot of schools have after-school programs.
Right,
And we
and
want to-
internships and that type of thing.
internships, right.
Now, you all have some new news this year. There's something that you introduced for students, because before they had to have the bus pass booklets, correct?
That's true.
What's new for the school students this year?
This year they will be using the S-Pass.
The S-Pass.
S-Pass,
Like
yes.
the sound of that. Student pass, S-Pass,
Yes.
Slick Pass. Okay. And what is the S-Pass like? What does it do?
The S-Pass is basically like an all-day pass.
Okay.
When the students go to the metro, they swipe their card,
Okay.
and it will let them through the exit and the entrance. And on the bus, when they get on the bus, they swipe their pass and have a seat.
And the same thing with light rail. If an
Light
inspector
rail,
came
show
along
them-
and has the
show them
month
S-Pass.
okay.
And it's good until 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. On weekends, if they have special activities or anything like that, then they will go back to using the
little
salmon
special
colored
ticket.
tickets or the green and red prepaid tickets.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, and so those tickets are distinguished in some way. They look different than like a regular MTA pass, the
Yes.
S-passes. I think they may be a little bit more colorful, that
More
kind of thing.
colorful with the S on the front. They're very pretty.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And so the students get that from their schools. The schools issue those out to
The
the
schools
students?
issue those to the students,
Okay.
and if anything happens to your pass or your pass is lost, stolen, or damaged,
Uh-huh.
then the operator, if they come across a student with something going on like that, the pass will be hot listed,
Okay.
which means it wouldn't be active.
Right.
And we would just issue them a continuation pass. They would go back to the school and get another pass.
Wonderful. That's really efficient. You know, that was one of the things as a former school student myself, it wasn't that long ago, we had to have tickets.
Right.
And you got those 2 tickets, you better make it work.
That's true.
And other than that, you were coming out of your pocket with a little
Trying
extra
to get
money.
home.
I
That's
think that's a
true.
wonderful thing. Now, you said that students can ride certain services with those passes. Which services can students use? Because we need to be clear with them. They can ride what?
They can ride the Metro,
Okay.
the light rail, and the bus
Local
service.
bus. That's all they need. They shouldn't be on commuter bus.
That's true.
MARC train.
Not at all.
I'm just, that's good. So you gotta tell them. You gotta tell them. They can't say, I'm at the MARC train station, I can't use my S-Pass.
That's right.
That's
You
right.
can't
That's
use it.
good. Now, with so many students riding MTA, does the MTA have a student outreach program? Are we going to be letting the schools know that we develop brochures and materials to give to the kids so they know how to use these S-Passes?
Yes, we put out bulletins and brochures. Actually, in the packet that I actually send to the school,
It has
it's
information.
all the information in showing you how to use the pass and what the pass entails and all of that
That
basic
sounds great.
information.
Well, I guess I want to thank you, number one, for coming in and talking to us. You came with good news. You told me we can send the kids out at 6 in the morning, but they better be back by 8 o'clock at night, that they're going to have a fabulous S-Pass that they can use, and that they should behave themselves when they're riding our system.
That is true.
And our operators are ready and willing to get our kids to and from school safely.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. You know, we appreciate
Thank
the
you.
hard work. And, you know, you can keep the extra kids that I have, you know, a little later if you like.
Oh, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you so much. And come back and see us again and give us an update and let us know how it went this year.
Well, thank you.
All righty. Up next, we'll address some of your customer questions and concerns in our Ask the MTA segment, so stay with us.